5 signs that you'll have financial disaster. We live in a day and age where people do not have money. They're struggling financially. We cannot buy houses in the United States. What are these 5 items, 5 signs for financial disaster? Now, people do not have a buffer in their life. They do not have things built in to help them out. They're heading for a financial disaster. How do you know that? What if you could know this before it happened? Now, the signs that I'm about ready to give you are really basic and might seem simple, but these things are indicative of people who are going to be struggling. Who am I? I own a number of rental properties. I'm in my work truck right now, which is my tool shed. I go and work on my properties. I deal with people who are going through a financial disaster. It seems like some of our tenants are in financial disaster. They can't pay rent. They barely can put food on their table. But what are some indicative things that you can be watching out for so you know when you will come across your life, number 1, number 2, and so that you can prepare. And number 3, I want to give you one extra one. 6, the 6th financial disaster, the sign of a financial disaster at the very end as well. Number 1, the item that I see quite often is people living paycheck to paycheck. Over and over and over, our tenants seem to be paying from paycheck to paycheck. So many people have to split up the payments between paychecks as well because they get paid once a week or twice a week. They want to cut it in half so that they can plan better. They don't know how to save money from paycheck to paycheck. That's number 1. Sign number 1. Sign number 2 is people are living with no buffer in their life. They do not have an emergency fund. One guy, he can't even pay his rent. His truck broke down. He had to, instead of paying rent, fix his truck. He had no emergency fund. He had no buffer in his life. Number 3, if you have, let's just say $10,000 in credit card debt and you're just paying the minimum, you don't have enough money to pay it off. This is serious business here. If you're just paying the minimum on a $10,000 credit card debt, or maybe less, maybe more, that is a massive red flag that you are heading towards disaster and you need to get help. Number 4, you are single with kids, divorced, unmarried, whatnot. If you are single with kids, you are going to have a much harder time of it. It'll be much harder for you to make things work if you're single with kids. You have all sorts of expenses, daycare, you have to go to work, you have a sick kid, you have to stay home. Again, one of our tenants had to deal with this. They're single parents, they had to stay home with their kid. Also, I want to note the next sign is you're making low wages. If you're making a minimum wage at Starbucks or McDonald's or whatever, great starter job. You need to start somewhere. That's a good thing. But this should not be your job for the future. You need to start maximizing your income. You need to increase your income. Now, if you remember, if you follow this channel at all, I talk about 4 things that you need to do to gain financial freedom. One of those things is increasing your income. And lastly, and this is the bonus point here, the bonus point is very important as well. You buy cars with debt. Now, not just with debt. I mean, if you bought cars with debt and you had the money saved up in the bank that you could pay that debt off, fine. You have systems in place to make, why you buy with debt. There might be good reasons for it. Maybe you're making money other ways on that money that you would have put into a vehicle. But a lot of people, they don't have enough money to buy a car, so they buy with debt. If that is you, that's a massive red flag. Tell me down below which of these red flags are signs that are happening in your life, and tell me if you like this type of thing and you want to know more about one of these topics that you want to get into. Check out the link down below in the description where I give away free stuff. Talk to you later.